What's going on, guys? It's your boy J-Ho bringing you a brand new video. So today is another Friday, which means Xur has returned to the tower once again. So let's take a look at where he is this weekend and what exotics he's bringing to us and what exotics we can upgrade from him as well. So Xur is going to be in the right side of the tower. That's the hangar side of the tower, and he's going to be underneath in that lounge area next to the hangar. So he hasn't been there in quite a while, so let's see what he's bringing to the table on this first weekend of the new year in January 2015. Happy New Year to all you guys. If I can jump over here. Happy New Year to all you guys. Hopefully this new year is going to be great, especially for Destiny. We're going to get a bunch of new stuff, starting with the hard mode for Crota's, and that's going to be pretty epic. So here we go. Here is the loot for Xur. Let's quickly go over the curios. We got auto rifle, hand cannon, and fusion rifle telemetries, along with plasma drive and emerald coil for your rare sparrows. And then for the exotics, we have a lot of new stuff. So it looks like everything he's selling this week requires the Dark Below. So I'm sorry if you guys do not have the DLC and you have not purchased it yet. Pretty much Xur is only selling that kind of stuff for this week, but you can still upgrade your equipped exotics if you have any of these on the bottom. So let's take a look quickly at the exotic gear first. So first up, for the Titan, we have exotic leg armor. So there are only two, I believe, exotic leg armor in the game right now. This is one of them, and this is the MK44 stand aside. So not bad of a stat roll. It's strength though, so I mean that kind of makes sense for the upgrades on it. So the upgrades are carry more ammo for heavy weapons and increases the duration shoulder charge remains active. So that's okay. In my opinion, I think this is pretty cool for PvP just because the shoulder charge is really good in PvP. It's a one hit even when they have a shield on. That's pretty good. So remaining or making the shoulder charge more active for a longer period of time is pretty cool and gives you more chances pretty much to shoulder charge someone in PvP. But in terms of PvE, I wouldn't say that this is good at all. I mean, the carry more ammo for heavy weapons is always good, pretty similar to the legendary gear coming from the raid. They probably had to do that just because raid gear is legendary and it already has that upgrade on it, so that's probably a given for the exotic leg armor. But this one's okay. You can go ahead and pass on it if you have like armamentarium or ruin wings or something like that that you like using instead. He's actually upgrading the armamentarium right here, so if you want to do that instead, that's always a possibility. And then for the hunter, he has another new one. It's called Don't Touch Me, and it's gauntlets. So pretty cool. I wish I could preview these for you guys, but I do not have my hunter or my titan on right now. I'm using my warlock. So this one has pretty interesting upgrades as well. And its upgrades are taking damage from a melee attack makes you briefly invisible, increase reload speed for special weapons, and increase super energy gained from killing minions of the darkness. So I'd say this is only good in PvE. Unlike the other one, this one's probably only good for PvP. This one, I feel like it wouldn't be useful in PvP at all because when you take damage from someone meleeing you in PvP and you turn invisible, they're not gonna not see you anymore, if that made sense at all. But pretty much they're gonna melee you even though you turn invisible. They know you're still there. People aren't dumb or people aren't stupid, so they're gonna just melee you again, or try to at least. But in PvE, when you go invisible, we all know that going invisible makes the enemies oblivious to where you are, even though if you were standing next to him, even if you melee them, like that one ability with the Blade Dancer that makes you use your Blink Strike and you melee them and turn invisible automatically off of that. So they pretty much don't know you're there after that. So in PvE, I'd say this might be okay, but I still like the helmets for hunters. They pretty much outclass all the other exotics. This could be pretty cool though, just to have it, just to be as a collector. So you could pass on this if you want to, but if you want a first exotic, this would be pretty cool. I think I might just buy it just because I want to collect it all, but yeah. And then for the Warlock, we have the Starfire Protocol. So this is pretty cool. Pretty high stat roll. It's intellect as well, so that's always good for your super. And then its upgrades are gain an additional fusion grenade, carry more ammo for fusion rifles, and carry more ammo for heavy weapons. So this one looks pretty cool. I'd say that this is on the same level possibly as the Heart of Praxis Fire, just because it gives you that more heavy weapons and gain an additional fusion grenade. I mean, I guess Heart of Praxis Fire might be better just because reducing the cooldown times is really good for Radiance. But for this, I'm not sure if you can get up to 3 grenades because you got Gift of the Sun already as something for the Sun Singer, and gaining an additional one might give you 3. So when you activate Radiance and you have 3 grenades that can cool down, that sounds pretty ridiculous because it sounds like non-stop grenades. And the Fusion Grenade is one of the better ones for the Sun Singer as well, so I'm gonna buy this for sure. I'm gonna buy it right now. I want to try this out, and I'm probably gonna give you guys a review of it after I try it out. And then for the gun, he's giving out the Dragon's Breath, or not giving out, he's selling the Dragon's Breath. Its upgrades are this launcher tube can hold 3 shells, and rounds fired from this weapon leave a solar flare upon detonation. So that's pretty cool. I actually did get the Dragon's Breath from this week's raid when I at the end when we beat Crota, so I don't have to buy it because I already own one. I would have bought this because I just like to collect all the exotics, and Dragon's Breath looks pretty cool. That dragon on the side of the cannon, that just looks pretty cool. It looks pretty sick. So in terms of buying it, on my recommendation for it, Gjallarhorn is undoubtedly the best rocket launcher in the game. It outclasses everything. So in terms of that, Dragon's Breath is not as good as Gjallarhorn, but it's still pretty cool. And holding 3 shells, that's always good. And that solar flare, pretty much leaving a sun grenade on the field, or solar grenade, is pretty cool. It gives you that damage over time, so it's a not bad one. It's okay, but it gets outclassed by Gjallarhorn, so you're probably gonna use Gjallarhorn if you have that over this. But I'm gonna pick it up, or I would have picked it up if I didn't get it already, just to collect it and just to have it. So yeah. And then we have the exotic engram. It's the gauntlets this time. So that's pretty cool. He's switching it up. You can probably get some new gauntlets. You can probably get this one if you don't want to buy it for strange coins. And there's some other new ones as well for the other characters. You can try to get the Ruin Wings. That's probably the best thing you can get out of this. I'd say Ruin Wings is probably the best gauntlets in the game right now for any class. So you can try and test your luck on that. That would be pretty good. And then obviously the exotic shard. So for the upgraded exotics he's selling for this week, we got the Hunter Knucklehead Radar and the Acleophage Symbiote. I'd go with the Symbiote over the Knucklehead Radar. That's my preference. Some people like this one as well, but I like the Symbiote better than Knucklehead just because I like the extra golden gun shot for a lot of scenarios. For the Titan, he has Chest Crest of Alpha Lupi and the Armamentarium. Armamentarium is hands down the better one. Armamentarium is still one of the best Titan exotics in the game, so if you haven't bought it from him last week, or if you haven't upgraded it from a previous week, you can go ahead and do so this time. He's selling it or letting you upgrade it for your exotic shard and your glimmer. And then for the Warlock, he's doing Apotheosis Veil and Heart of Praxis Fire again. So this is new. I might do this. I'm still debating about it because I haven't upgraded my Apotheosis Veil yet. But I don't really think this is one of the best exotics for Warlocks, so I'm not sure yet. And then for the guns, he has Last Word, Universal Remote, Pocket Infinity, Patience in Time, Thunderlord, and Gjallarhorn once again. So in terms of priority, I do Gjallarhorn as the main priority, and then Patience in Time is not bad, Thunderlord's not bad as well. And Last Word's not bad as well if you haven't done that one already, because he has brought Last Word a few times already, and he has brought in Thunderlord a few times already as well, and Gjallarhorn was just last week, so if you missed it, they might be doing this just because of the issues with it being down last week, even though Xur did stick around a little bit longer as well. So if you did miss it, here's your chance, Gjallarhorn once again. But I wouldn't go for Universal Remote just because I don't really think Universal Remote isn't that good of a gun to upgrade. And then Pocket Infinity, it's an okay gun, but the only reason why I wouldn't upgrade it is because you can just get the bounty instead and do that, and just get an upgraded version right off the bat instead of using all your glimmer. So that's about it for Xur week 17. Let me know what you guys think. I'm really excited because he's selling a lot of new stuff, and hopefully he continues to do so in the upcoming weeks. Thank you guys for watching. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Have a happy new year, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.